Man, the FTC versus Microsoft case is heating up, man. From Microsoft revealing that Starfield would have been a potential PS5 exclusive, to Jim Ryan admitting that the Activision acquisition by Microsoft is not about exclusivity. What is going on? Let's talk about it. Okay, so according to the article, Microsoft's Xbox chief has revealed one of the key reasons behind the acquisition of Bethesda's parent company ZeniMax was that Starfield would have been a potential PlayStation exclusive. Speaking at the FTC versus Microsoft hearing today, Phil Spencer revealed that Sony regularly pays competitors to skip our platform, and Microsoft felt it needed to own Bethesda to compete. Damn. Wow, that is insane. You know, like I said before, we've seen it with many games, especially Call of Duty, where PlayStation players get special treatment. They get, which is good for their platform. But I mean, it's kind of a shitty move as a consumer of all brands and that, you know. So according to Phil, when he said when we acquired ZeniMax, one of the impetus for that is that Sony had done a deal for Deathloop and Ghostwire. We've seen this with Deathloop and Ghostwire was a time exclusive on the PlayStation platform, and Xbox players couldn't play that for like what was a couple of months or a year. I'm not too sure. To pay Bethesda to not ship games on Xbox, said Spencer. So the discussion about Starfield, when we heard that Starfield was potentially also going to end up skipping Xbox, we can't be in a position as a third place console where we fall further behind on our content ownership, so we've had to secure content to remain viable in the business. Now in my opinion, if PlayStation acquired exclusivity for Starfield, Xbox would have been in a lot of trouble. They would have been in the hot water, because I feel that since the Starfield Direct showcase, the playing field has been evened out for 2023. Yes, there are many other games coming out in the coming years, but for 2023, I feel the playing field has been evened out with the reveal of Starfield. It looks fantastic, it looks great, even though there was some like the 30 FPS capping and things like that. But like with all that, the game still looks fantastic. It looks like it's going to be a great addition to the Xbox ecosystem. So Microsoft spent $7.5 billion to acquire ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Elder Scrolls and Fallout studio Bethesda Works. At the close of the deal, Microsoft promised Xbox and PC exclusives, and it has so far shipped the Redfall with Starfield set for September 6th debut. Then there was some issues with Bethesda upcoming Indiana Jones game is also an Xbox exclusive for Xbox and PC. Now that is another game that seems to be there seems to be some conflict between that, because apparently it was supposed to be a multi-platform game, supposed to be on both consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, but it seems that it's going to be an Xbox exclusive now, and it seems Sony is leading into that, and they're basically using that as an argument as well. But we haven't seen much from the Indiana Jones at the Xbox showcase, so that is for another discussion. Okay, then later this testimony, Spencer refused to confirm whether Elder Scrolls 6 is an Xbox exclusive or not. I think we've been a little unclear on what platform it's launching on, given how far out the game is, said Spencer. It's difficult for us right now to nail down. Spencer did previously hint that Elder Scrolls 6 would be an Xbox exclusive, but the game is still years away. I think it's going to be an Xbox exclusive, just like Starfield. The new Elder Scrolls will be an Xbox exclusive. The thing is this, now I know a lot of PlayStation will be like, they're buying this and that, but the thing is, PlayStation is doing it as well. They've been doing it for years. They've been quite aggressive at it, you know, because example, look at this. A big part of Spencer's testimony today has been around painting Sony as an aggressive and hostile competitor. Every time we ship a game on PlayStation, Sony captures 30% of the revenue that we do on their platform, and then they use that money among other revenue that they have to do things to try to reduce Xbox survival on the market, said Spencer. We tried to compete, but as I said, over the last 20 years we failed to do that effectively. So if it's true that PlayStation has been paying developers to skip the Xbox platform, that's quite an aggressive move by PlayStation. But now the problem is, and everything I've been hearing throughout the couple of months is that Xbox just wants to buy up these studios and so, and they're being aggressive, things like that. I think Xbox is just playing the same card that PlayStation has been doing for years, and they're buying it now. The only problem is because it's been done in such big amounts, vast amounts, that it's now in the headlines and that. But I think Xbox is just playing the same game that PlayStation has been playing for quite some time, but Microsoft has bigger pockets to do so. So buying up Bethesda and trying to acquire Activision Blizzard is Spencer always a way to compete with Sony. Microsoft sure is spending a lot of cash to compete here though. The proposed Activision Blizzard is valued at 68.7 billion. Look, they've got the pockets. They've got deep pockets to do that. But like I said, if this came to fruition where Starfield was a PlayStation exclusive, was exclusive to PlayStation, Xbox would have been in a lot of trouble. So that was a baller move by Xbox to actually go in and purchase Bethesda, making Starfield then exclusive to the Xbox platform and ecosystem. Now, I know a lot of you Sony ponies, you probably say, oh, Starfield looks like trash. The game is this and that. The game didn't look good at the Starfield Direct Showcase and things like that. Let me tell you now, if you watch that showcase, that Starfield Direct Showcase, and you've said to yourself, this game does not look great, you are lying to yourself, my boy. Stop lying to yourself. The game looked excellent, although there's a lot of things that we might not like that was revealed afterwards, like the 30 FPS cap, there not being land vehicles to travel around with. With all that in mind, the game still looks very promising, and what I assume is that Xbox, they knew and they are confident in this game, because we've seen they've been raising the console prices like in the last 2 weeks, so that they've raised the Game Pass subscription fee. Why? It all happened after the Starfield Direct showcase, after the Xbox showcase, where they've looked at the feedback, they've looked at the excitement of people, and it shows confidence that Microsoft has to now push up their prices, because they are confident that Starfield is going to turn the tides. This game has been 10 years in development, and it's finally here. They are pretty confident. That is why prices have been pushed up. Now, I'm not saying that that's a good thing, they still have a lot to prove, and hopefully this game is a major success, hopefully, but they still have a lot to prove. But yeah, with that being said, let's move on to the next topic. Sony's PlayStation's chief privately said Microsoft Activision deal wasn't about exclusivity. So Jim Ryan came out, right, in the FTC and Microsoft hearing, right, and he dropped a bombshell. He dropped a bombshell of revelation. He said that he believed that it is not an exclusivity play at all, said Ryan. They're thinking bigger than that, and they have the cash to make moves like this. I've spent a fair amount of time with both Phil Spencer and Bobby Kotick over the past day, and I'm pretty sure we will continue to see Call of Duty on PlayStation for many years to come. The surprise revelation runs counter to Sony's argument against Microsoft Activision's Blizzard deal and its filings with regulators. Sony has maintained that it fears Microsoft could make Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox or even sabotage the PlayStation version of the game. Now, as a lawyer, right, that this bombshell that Jim Ryan dropped here goes completely and contradicts completely their findings, like they mentioned here. The testimony that making it exclusive is going to ruin the PlayStation version of the game, is going to be unfair to consumers, things like that. But he's been saying for months that the game that they fear is going to become an Xbox exclusive, but now he's saying that it's not going to be an Xbox exclusive. So they're contradicting themselves here in the case. I don't know why this is. Like he says here, he spent a fair amount of time with both Phil and Bobby over the past day, right? So did they come to some sort of agreement? Is there something going on in the background with them? Because look, as we know, Microsoft said that they will keep Call of Duty, and they will adhere to the PlayStation exclusivity terms that they have with Activision currently for the next 3 years, and will keep Call of Duty on the PlayStation platform for the next 10 years, right? But Sony denied that, and they refused it, right? Now my thing is this, what I believe is, in my opinion, it would not be smart for Xbox if they acquire Activision and Call of Duty to make it exclusive to the Xbox console and to the ecosystem. Why? Because there's a lot of money to be made. Now, a lot of you guys, now I know there's going to be a lot of PlayStation fans that if the acquisition goes through, if the deal goes through, they're going to say, oh, but we don't care about Call of Duty. Call of Duty's been trashed for the past couple of years. And although that might be true, Call of Duty has been, every year that one has dropped has been the best of the best-selling franchise or best-selling games of that year. Look at Modern Warfare 2, which is currently being criticized so heavily right now. The sales of that alone last year, they made $1 billion within 10 days. Here's the evidence. Read this. It says Call of Duty sales have remained so strong that the multiplayer games are pulling in that kind of money. In October 2022, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 sold so well and so fast, it racked up to $1 billion in sales in just 10 days. It was the fastest selling Call of Duty game in history. Now they're saying here it will be tough for follow-ups to break that record, but I mean, come on. The biggest Call of Duty franchise actually COD Mobile that is expected to pass $2 billion in revenue. So there is a lot of money. So I think when Microsoft acquiring Activision, it's an investment for them, and it wouldn't be smart for them to make it exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem because they can still make money from the PlayStation consumers. So I don't think that they're going to make it exclusive. What I think, maybe after the 10 years they probably would, but for now, if the acquisition goes through, I think they're going to adhere to the exclusivity deal for the first 3 years that Sony still has in place with Activision, right? So PlayStation players will still be getting those exclusive early access and skins and missions and things like that, and maps. But after the 3 years, that would end, and the games will be on Xbox Game Pass from day one when they acquired. So it will be on Game Pass. So that means that Xbox Game Pass players will be able to access these games for free on day one when new ones drop in it, you know. We will have those special perks as well, because now it will be a neutral ground. There won't be exclusivity deals with PlayStation anymore. It will be on both platforms, and maybe after those 10 years they'll probably make it an exclusive to the Xbox console platform, but I doubt that will happen because there's a lot of money into it that they can make from it. Because look there, that's $2 billion from mobile and $1 billion just last year on Modern Warfare 2. There's a lot of money to be made here. But yeah, man, going back to Jim Ryan's statements is just, it was really a bombshell revelation there, that he has come out to say it now that it's no longer a matter of exclusivity. Maybe they were talking, Phil and Jim were speaking in the background, they're probably working out something, but man, let's go further. So Ryan went on to say that we have some good stuff cooking, referring to Sony's Bombshell acquisition, which Sony announced just a day after email exchange. I'm not complacent, and I'd rather this hadn't happened, but we'll be okay. We'll be more than okay. Now look there, they brought Bungie as well. Bungie used to be owned by Microsoft, but then they went on their own. So they own the Disney franchise. Disney is making millions, if not billions, as well. So, you know, so I think that Microsoft is just playing the same ball game that Sony has been playing for all these years. It's just Microsoft has deeper pockets, and they are coming at Sony with those deep pockets. Microsoft initially offered Call of Duty on PlayStation for 3 years after the current agreement between Activision and Sony ends. Ryan called that offer inadequate on many levels. Then Microsoft eventually offered Sony a 10-year deal on PlayStation, but the company refused to sign this for. You see, the same thing. Yeah, it's, look, this thing is pretty crazy, but yeah, Sony's currently contradicting everything they said, whereas Microsoft is kind of holding to what they've said all along. Or, so the scales are being, like I said, it could go either way. They're still very strong. The FTC is very strong. The FTC is still holding a very strong position to opposing the acquisition. But yeah, there's really a lot. There's a lot that will be coming out in the next few days or next couple of weeks, and we got to keep a close eye on this. But let me know down in the comments below, guys. Do you think that if Starfield was a PlayStation 5 exclusive, that Xbox would have been in trouble? Do you think that it's best that it's no longer an exclusive, or should it be on all platforms? Yeah, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Also, do you think that Call of Duty being an Xbox exclusive will hinder the Sony's consumer market or their share in the console market? To me, it would just be easier to access the Call of Duty games on the Xbox ecosystem and platform instead of paying $70, $70 for the game, but yeah, that's all up for debate. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below, guys, what's your thoughts on this. Let's get a discussion going. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy couple of weeks ahead of us. As always, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this, more discussion videos, and also don't forget to hit that like button. It helps me, it helps my channel on the algorithm. I do appreciate it. And as always, guys, stay safe out there. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.